What's up, Kings? Welcome back to the channel, the place where we expose the real truth about women, attraction, and modern dating that most guys are too scared or too blind to see. If you're new here, buckle up. Today, I'm about to hand you 5 behavioral signs that almost every woman shows when she hasn't had real, deep, intimate physical connection in a long time. Weeks, months, sometimes even years. And I'm telling you right now, the 5th sign is the strongest, most unmistakable one. It's the one that separates the men who stay trapped in the friend zone forever from the men she's secretly fantasizing about taking to her bedroom. These aren't guesses. These are patterns I've personally witnessed hundreds of times in my own life, in my coaching clients, in the thousands of messages and voice notes you guys send me every single week. So before we jump in, let's get the energy right from the start. If you're ready to stop being confused and start reading women like an open book, do these 3 things right now. Smash that like button. Let's see if we can break 7,000 likes in the first 24 hours. Hit subscribe and turn on all notifications. Next week, I'm dropping the single most powerful emotional sign. 1. Touch becomes her secret language. Skin hunger, an explained phrase that makes a woman open up to you in under 10 minutes. You do not want to miss it. Drop a comment below with the number 15 telling me which sign you've seen the most. All right, let's get into it. Sign number 1. Touch becomes her secret, desperate language. When a woman hasn't had quality, intimate physical contact in a long time, her body literally goes into a scientifically recognized state called skin hunger. Your skin contains over 5 million sensory receptors. A massive number of them are wired directly to your oxytocin and dopamine systems, the exact chemicals responsible for feeling safe, desired, loved, and sexually turned on. When those receptors go untouched for too long, the craving becomes biological. It's not optional. It's not she's just being friendly. It's a deep, primal need. So what does she do? She starts touching you, but never in a loud, obvious way. It's subtle, strategic, almost unconscious. You'll see things like she accidentally brushes her fingers across your wrist when handing you your coffee. She laughs at your joke and lets her hand rest on your forearm for 4 or 5 full seconds. She reaches over to fix your collar, your chain, your hoodie string, even though nothing is wrong. She sits closer than necessary on the couch so her thigh presses lightly against yours. She plays with your fingers when you're holding hands in a friendly way. Here's the part 98% of men completely miss. Every single one of those touches is a test. She's checking. Will he pull away? Will he freeze like a scared boy? Will he pretend it didn't happen? Or will he stay calm, smile, hold eye contact, and give the energy back naturally? If you flinch or act awkward, her brain logs it as rejection. If you lean into it calmly and confidently, you just passed the first invisible gatekeeper test. Real story. One of my clients was on a casual coffee date. The girl kept touching his arm every time she spoke. He thought she was just nice. After the date, he told me, "I didn't make a move because I didn't want to ruin the friendship." Bro, she was screaming for you to notice her. She was starving and you left her starving. If you've ever missed one of sign number 2, non-stop fishing for emotional validation, these touches before, drop a B in the comments right now. Let's see how many of us have been there. Sign number 2, she starts fishing for emotional validation non-stop. When high-quality masculine attention and presence are missing from her life, a very specific emotional void appears. It's not about ego. It's not about attention whoring. It's about feeling emotionally seen, which is the neural way. One prerequisite for her to feel safe enough to open her body. So she starts asking loaded emotional questions. Do you think I'm too emotional sometimes? Be honest. Am I too much for most guys? Did I overreact with my ex, or was I right? Would you still respect me if I let myself go a little? Do you think I'm actually attractive, or do guys just say that? These are not normal conversation topics. These are emotional Rorschach tests. She's throwing bait into the water to see if you'll bite with depth or with cowardice. Most men fail miserably here. They say you're fine. No, you're good. Everyone overreacts sometimes. Instant vibe killer. But if you look her dead in the eyes and say something like, "I think you feel things very deeply and honestly." That's rare as hell these days. Most people run from feelings. You don't. That's powerful, and it's beautiful. Boom! You just created an emotional bridge most men don't even know exists. If this part is hitting you hard right now, smash that like button. Again, let me know I'm speaking directly to you. Sign number 3. her body language turns into a screaming billboard. This one is fascinating from a biological perspective. When a woman is in a prolonged state of sexual emotional abstinence, her like system, the ancient attraction and survival part of the brain, becomes hypersensitive. It's like her radar is turned up to maximum. You'll start seeing micro behavior she doesn't even realize she's doing. She plays with her hair 3 times more when you're around. She keeps crossing and uncrossing her legs, classic arousal signal. She mirrors your body posture. Sign number 3. Body language turns into a screaming billboard. Arousal signals almost perfectly. She leans her entire torso towards you even when there's plenty of space. Her pupils dilate noticeably when she looks at you. This is unconscious. She licks or bites her lips more frequently. She keeps adjusting her clothes, pulling her shirt down, fixing her neckline, etc. Most guys see this and think, "Oh, she's into me. Time to lunge for the kiss." That's how you get blocked, ghosted, or friend-zoned permanently. The correct move is slow mirroring plus controlled escalation. She leans in, you lean in slightly. She touches your arm, you touch her hand or lower back lightly. She laughs and tilts her head. Classic examples. "Hey, can you come over and help me move this couch? I can't do it alone. I'm kind of scared to watch this horror movie by myself. Would you come keep me company? My Wi-Fi is acting up. Can you come take a look? I bought this new shelf, but I'm terrible with tools. Any chance you could help? I don't know if I want to drink alone tonight. Come over for a glass of wine." She is not asking for help with furniture or Wi-Fi. She is desperately creating a safe, socially acceptable path for you to be in her private space alone at night. Here's what separates boys from men. Boys show up thinking maybe something will happen magically. They either sign number 5, create excuses to be alone with you, the strongest sign, freeze, get too pushy too fast, or act awkward and ruin the vibe. Real men understand the assignment. Show up calm and grounded, create comfort first, talk, laugh, tease lightly, let the energy build slowly. Do not force anything. You smile, pause, and hold eye contact 1 second longer than normal. It becomes a slow magnetic dance. And the man who leads that dance without looking desperate, that's the man she fantasizes about for months. Sign number 4. She starts testing your emotional spine ruthlessly. After a long drought of real intimacy, most women build a very thick protective shell. Before she lets any man inside that shell, she has to know one thing. Can he handle the real me? The messy, emotional, sometimes crazy version without running away. So, she tests hard. She shares something vulnerable and watches your face like a hawk. She creates a small drama or conflict to see if you stay centered or start panicking. She says something deliberately provocative. "I bet you couldn't handle a girl like me." To test your frame, she pulls away suddenly and watches whether you chase or stay calm. This is where 95% of men collapse. They sign error ruthless tests of your emotional spine. I either turn into therapist mode and try to fix her, get butthurt and start arguing, start begging for reassurance. What she actually wants is a man who can hold space without flinching. Just snorts, listens, nods slowly, say things like, "That sounds really heavy. Thank you for trusting me with that." Or, "I can see why that hurt. You don't have to explain yourself. I hear you." That level of calm, non-judgmental strength is like rocket fuel for a woman who's been emotionally and physically starved. Sign number 5. She creates socially acceptable excuses to be alone with you. The game changer. This is the strongest sign. This is the one that almost guarantees she wants you badly. When a woman wants intimacy but is too scared, too proud, or too conditioned to say it directly, she manufactures situations that give her plausible deniability.